Give me a second while I put the video up on Turtlewell's Discord. Hold on 1 second, I gotta fix something. Give me a second, I gotta fix something on Discord. I apologize. Gotta love Discord. Copy link address and edit. All right, sorry about that. Someone just, right as I started streaming, someone mentioned something that was broken on my community tab. I just had to fix it really quick. What's up, home biscuit? Hey, Looney, what's up? Just playing the hunter. We got Wrath of the Lich King. What is it? Wrath of the Lich King pre-patch is coming out. What, in like a couple days? So unfortunately, I'll be playing that pretty soon. I wanted to get this one to 60 before then, but it's not going to happen. Too bad, no, too bad. I'm playing Wrath. It's already a foregone conclusion. I mean, I'll continue to probably play this character too to get this one to 60, but definitely be playing some Wrath on the fresh. I'm going to go on the server that Blue's on, which is going to be the fresh PvE realm. I mean, the PvE realm will be better from a obviously it's going to be better, less toxic. I mean, whenever you're on a PvE server, it's going to be better than PvP as far as the toxicity level, and also as far as the maturity level. It's just a fact that a PvP server is going to have more mature players than a PvP server. That's just a fact. But either way, it'll be interesting to see, how much RMT there is and boosting and all that stuff. I'm hoping on a PvE it won't be as bad as on a PvP, but we'll just have to wait and see. You got a new MacBook Pro? You're like my coworker. He loves MacBooks. I actually have a MacBook here, but somewhere. I just never use it. It's actually a work Apple MacBook, and I just never use it. I need to take it back to work, actually. He probably will be on the PvE server because he's too afraid to get ganked, to get ganked. I'm only on PvP or PvE because that's where Blue's going to go, and I'm hoping maybe do a little leveling with Blue, do some grouping up with him. I mean, honestly, I don't know. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of goals for Wrath at this moment other than just to play it and try to have fun, I haven't played much Wrath. I haven't played much on Warmane, so like I said before, I've only played Warmane maybe to level 30 or something, so there's a ton of content in Wrath I haven't played since the original Wrath, which is like, what, 2012 or something? I think 2000, somewhere in 2010, 2012, somewhere in that range. I know, Burning Crusade, I think, came out in 2000, was it 2008? Let's see. Wow, Burning Crusade release was 2007. Okay, so beginning of 2007, and wow. Wrath of the Lich King was... Wow, no way. It came out in 2008. That's amazing that it came out a little bit less than 2 years after Burning Crusade. Man. They must have started working on it almost as soon as Burning Crusade was out. Well, I'm not playing Everlook. I'm probably not going to play much Everlook at all because I just don't see the point. What's the point in playing Everlook? Like, I've played so much vanilla over the past like 6 years. What's the point of playing just a regular plain old vanilla server? There really isn't a point to doing that. They don't even have hardcore on there. I mean, I could do hardcore, but again, what's the point? It would be silly because it's a PvP server. So if I do hardcore, I mean, I'm just going to get killed. At some point in time, somebody's going to kill me. So I have no desire to use just regular, like, vanilla. I probably would just be bored, to be honest. Not probably, I would be. I mean, 100%. If I did, like, a regular vanilla server, just regular vanilla, I would be bored. I'd be straight up bored. At least Wrath, I haven't done Wrath. Like I said, I haven't done any Wrath content outside of... I mean, really haven't done hardly any because... Actually, I haven't. I haven't done any Wrath content since the original Wrath because every time I play on like Warmate or something, I never even get to the Wrath, I never even get to Wrath content yet because I'm usually like level 30 or 40 or something, I haven't even gotten to the Burning Crusade, let alone Wrath content. So I actually haven't done Wrath content since the original Wrath, which launched in 2008. So you're talking, what is that, 14 years ago? So it's not going to be boring, at least because, it's going to be stuff that I haven't done in forever. So it'll be shit I won't even probably remember most of it. So, yeah, I mean, Everlook would have been, if there was no other server. Here's the thing. If there was no Turtle Wild and there was no Wrath, then I probably would be playing Everlook because the options aren't that good. It's not like I want to play TBC Classic, It's not my fault. Alex ruined that all by himself, man. He's not even, he's nowhere to be found. That douchebag who claimed he was going to stream every day for 365 days isn't anywhere to even be found. You left WoW retail midway through Cataclysm. Yeah, I left. The first time I took a break from WoW was Cataclysm, because I thought Cataclysm was awful, and I hated what they did to the world. I didn't like the changes they made to the world. The so-called breaking, I didn't like it at all. I thought it was kind of shitty, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, I thought the achievements for, like, mounts and stuff were a little bit... They put in systems that took away from immersion. To me, like, immersion shouldn't be achievement-based. You shouldn't be like, oh, I ran this dungeon and this dungeon and this dungeon, so I should get a mount. I don't, I don't like that. Because it's not immersive. It's like a mount should be gotten because of something you did by interacting with the actual world. Like maybe you helped some old magician out and saved his life or something, and because of that, he granted you some sort of mystical steed that he conjured from the twisting nether. I don't, you know what I mean? Something, as opposed to, oh, just this mount magically appears in your mailbox because you cleared these raids on, heroic difficulty or something, No, I've never got into achievements that much. Yeah, I never was really huge on achievements. Oh my god, my inventory. Well, it's a good time to get out of here anyway. I have to decide where I want to go to level anyway. I was just grinding out a few quests here. Well, we still have... Let's see. It's a long way to run there. I think I just have the one, don't I? Yeah, let's do it. Faster to run there, or is it faster to fly there? Or to hearth and then fly? Probably faster to run. Like, again, I'm not super big into achievements. I mean, I think it's cool to get title. I think titles are cool. Like if you do like ICC and the regular difficulty and it's very challenging and you get like a title Kingslayer or something. I mean, I think that's okay. I mean, I think it's okay. It's not like, so I can understand where you would be upset when they nerf it. I mean, I am 199.99 repeating against nerfing content. Period. I do not like to ever nerf content. The only time, okay, there's that point, negative 0.01. Let's just say I'm 99% against it. There's that 0.1% where, like, or 1% where maybe they create something that's just too difficult and people can't accomplish it. If that ever happens, which really should never happen because they're obviously going to test content. They're always going to play test it. So that really is pretty much not going to happen. But so I'm pretty much against nerfing content. I don't think content should ever be nerfed. I don't think it's fair that someone... Let's turn the music down a little bit. I don't think it's fair that someone has to work really hard to achieve something, and then 2 or 3 months later, somebody else comes in the game and they just face roll it. They face roll it because it's like way easier, and then that really devalues what you did. It devalues your accomplishment. You're like, wait a minute, it's like someone who leveled to vanilla WoW to 60, and then all of a sudden they nerf a bunch of shit in the Burning Crusade expansion, and now people can just level 1 to 60 like super easy. It's like, It's like, man, why did I waste all that time working through all that stuff when now it's so much easier? It's like, it's just I don't like it. I've never liked it. And nerfing content has been one of the number one reasons MMOs fail. In my book, nerfing content is one of the biggest reasons why MMOs that start off successfully fade away and disappear entirely. When you look at a game like Tera, like when it first came out, was a fantastic MMO. Was a great. He's going to grab that node, which I really want that node. No, he's not. Oh, he wants the iron probably. I just want the tin. I can't mine iron yet. That's why I want the tin. Mine. I don't care about your freaking iron. Noobalicious. You can take your iron. Don't care. I hate throwing shit away. This is why I'm such a pack rat. Because I hate throwing shit away. I hate throwing away 7 silver. You know what I mean? That's 7 silver I could use. Look at these bags, man. These are awesome. This is the way your bags should always look. If your bags don't look like this, you're not playing the game right. If your bags don't look like this, you're just not playing the game right. You know what I mean? Holy crap. Here, we can get rid of this. So, to finish my thought, so Tera came out, and a lot of people who probably don't know Tera, or they didn't play it, like the original game when it came out, right? I played in every closed beta in Tera. There were like 4 of them. I played in every single closed beta test. I played on launch, and it was some of the most fun I've ever had in an MMO, without a doubt, right? It was some of the most fun I ever had. And what happened was what was so fun about Tera was the combat was really fun, but the PvP in Tera was some of the best, almost the best. Like, as far as just walking through the world and encountering other players and actually fighting them, the cool thing about Tera was as a warrior, I could go up against 2, sometimes even 3 other players that were like the same level as me and come out on top. Just because I could outplay them, right? And it depend on the matchup, right? So, like, let's say I was going up against maybe another warrior and maybe like a priest and maybe, another, I don't know, some other class, like an archer, right? It would be almost impossible for me to take them out, but you could do it if you were skilled enough. And that's what was so fun about the PvP. Also, again, I talk about this all the time, the moves and the maneuvers are clear and concise, and they're very defined. And what I'm saying is that when someone executes a certain specific special skill, you can usually kind of see, if you know the class, what they're doing. You say, oh, he's doing Rising Dawn ability, or oh, he's casting a fireball, whatever. A lot of MMOs like Final Fantasy or Guild Wars 2, a lot of that's lost. It's very difficult to see what's coming your way, so it makes it harder from a PvP perspective to really plan out your moves ahead of time, because it's just hard to discern what's going on. This big flashy shit flying all over the screen. It's like, you can learn if you play the game like 10 billion years. Yeah, I played Wildstar. I was in all the closed betas of Wildstar too. And in fact, I was probably one of the biggest posters on that one Wildstar unofficial forum that they used to have. I don't remember what it was called. I wonder if I have. Let's see. Hold on one second. You're going to get me on a tangent here, but let's see if I can find it really quickly. Library. But let me finish that thought really quick. So what happened with Tera was, like, it was really good. The dungeons in Tera were super fun. What was so cool about the dungeons was that they were actually challenging. Like, even just like some of the earliest dungeons you ever went into, they were cool because, like, there was one dungeon you'd go into at like level, I don't know, like level 15 or level 20. I can't remember the name of it. And the mobs would do these belly flop, like these big kind of like orcs or hobgoblins, and they would do these like belly flop maneuvers where they would just kind of jump up in the air and belly flop on top of you. And they were just a trash mob. And if those mobs jumped in the air and landed on you, they would take off like 70% of your health, right? And this is just a trash mob. And the cool thing too was that as a healer, you had a couple lock-on heals with your healer, but you also had a heal that healed basically an area on the ground. So you had to target where you thought people were going to be. And in Tera, that's not actually easy to do because the boss has specific mechanics. The boss has specific mechanics that they can use that aren't predictable. I mean, they're predictable in that you can recognize them. Like, let's say you're going up against a crab boss and his eyes turn red. Well, when his eyes turn red, you know he's going to do this spinning maneuver. But it's also really fast. And if he's in rage, because the bosses will enrage every so often, then his speed is like maybe 50% faster. So if he red eyes, he's going to go into his 360 spin, and you're a healer, and you just started casting your area of effect heal on the ground where the tank is tanking the crab, And then right as you start casting that, he red eyes. Well, you know the tank's going to have to jump out of that area or he's going to get hit, which means your heal's not going to last, which means you got to cancel your heal and try to predict, well, where's he going to go? Now I've got to cast this heal somewhere else. So healing was a lot more challenging in Tera, and it was a lot more fun. Actually, healing in Tera was probably the most fun I've ever had as a healer, period. Because of that, because you had to really get skilled at just anticipating what your tank's going to do. And that really comes down to, too, actually playing with a specific tank long enough to know what are his tendencies. Which way is he going to dodge? Which way is he going to move? Does he always go to the right? Does he always go to the left? Is he going to go straight back? You know, if you play with the same tank over and over again, you pick up those tendencies. But what happened to Tera is about 3 months after the game came out, all these Care Bears, right? All these Care Bears and all these noobs who just couldn't handle the difficulty of even just regular, BAMs, big ass monsters in the world. They were too difficult. I can't kill these BAMs, they're killing me. Or they were struggling in dungeons. I keep wiping. They were crying and crying, saying certain things were too difficult. So what happened was they started nerfing all the content. And that right away spelled the doom of Tera. It started as early as 3 months after the game was released. 3 fucking months. And they're already nerfing the content. If they would never have nerfed Tera, ever, and just left it alone, that game probably today would still be a great MMO, right? Just keep the game, like vanilla Tera was so good. Like, it was a really good game, okay? And so to me, the single biggest mistakes, and the reason game companies do the nerfs, is they want like when a game's been out for a year, they want new players to be able to come into the game and catch up to their friends, but don't do that. Don't nerf the content. Don't speed up the leveling. If it's too slow, too fucking bad. If you can't handle it, go play something else. And that's what they're worried about. They're worried about those players going and playing something else. But the people that are going to stick it out and they're going to tough it out and they're going to play the game the way it was originally created, they have a lot more pride and a sense of accomplishment because they did it that way. And then the new players coming in, it's like a rite of passage. Okay, you level 1 to 60 in vanilla WoW, and it took you a month or something, or 2 months. So when the game first came out, it took a lot of people 3 months because they were new to the game. It's a rite of passage. And it's nothing. Like vanilla WoW is easy compared to like EverQuest or Lineage 2, which is where I came from, right? In Lineage 2, to level from 1 to the max level in Lineage 2 took the fastest player in the world, the first player to hit max level, took him 6 months, okay? 6 months to get max level. And he was the fastest in the world, You know what I mean? And so people are whining about 3 months or 2 months or even a month. Now people can level 1 to 60 in like a couple days, right? Because they've figured out the fastest path, what quests to do, what quests not to do. But to me, one of the biggest reasons that MMOs fail is the nerf bat. Nerfing content is always a bad thing. It's not a good thing. And even in Burning Crusade was the first nerfed content. When Burning Crusade came out, and when you went into Lakeshire and you did the quest, you always ended up with elite mobs at the end, right? The end of the Lakeshire quest lines always took you to elite mobs that you had to kill. In Burning Crusade, guess what? It's the same quests, right? But the mobs at the end, they're not elites anymore. They're not even elites, okay? So they were already nerfing the content as early as the Burning Crusade. Now, to get back to your question, did I play Wildstar? Yes, I played Wildstar. I played in almost every closed beta and open beta Wildstar. I think I missed one, maybe. Oh yeah, and I was gonna see if I could find my signature. This is back in the day when you were on a forum, you actually had a signature. Remember those days? Do you remember those days? Let's see. I don't know if I have it or not. Let's. Actually, well, I know I have it. I just don't know where it is on my hard drive. I'm doing a quick search. View extra large icons. Wow, some of these documents are so old. Yeah, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to find this as easily as I'd hoped. Which makes me sad. 'Tis a sad day. But I was going to show you my old Wildstar signature for the forums. You know what I mean? Like in the old days when you would go to a forum and post, you always had your own signature, and typically it was like the name of your character in the game, and then some sort of image, right? Yeah. I mean, yeah, Terra's comic system would. I mean, it would totally. I mean, it's a different combat system, obviously. So, but would it work? Of course, it would work. But it's it's apples and oranges. I mean, it's different. So, but WildStar. The problem with WildStar was. Hold on a second. The problem with WildStar was the biggest problem with WildStar was they kept trying to acquiesce to the community. They kept listening to community feedback because they were one of the first MMOs to be like, we're going to be open to the feedback of the community. We're going to listen to the community. We're going to like open up our devs and talk to the community in forums and blah 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 blah. But that was the problem. The problem was they kept trying to make everybody happy. So what they ended up with was a combat system that was trying to be tab targeting, was trying to be action combat. They were trying too hard to make the community happy, and they weren't. As an MMO maker, you need to have a dream, you need to have a goal, and you need to finalize that, and it needs to be rock solid, and you can't deviate that from that. You have to say, this is what we're doing. If you don't like it, too bad. If you like it, great, right? Create your game, create your niche, and say, this is what it's going to be, and go with it, right? You can take feedback and make minor changes, but don't make drastic changes. Don't say, we have an action combat system, but because most of the people in the forums don't like action combat, well, let's just change it to tab targeting. And then, of course, you get the other people like, well, we like action combat. Okay, well, let's bring back action combat. Oh, let's just... So they created basically a hybrid combat system that was really buggy. It just didn't work that well. You know what I mean? It didn't work. So, and it was really buggy in the beginning. And eventually, I think they worked out a lot of the bugs. And then the basically the telegraph system in WildStar was... I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of it. It was kind of overdone. There were telegraphs all over the fucking place. I mean, it's like jump here, jump there, move out of this, move out of that. To me, it wasn't my favorite type of combat system. I did like Tera's art style, and I liked kind of the characters and the kind of the humor they put into the game. I thought was great. And I think I'm sorry, WildStar. I think WildStar could have been a really good MMO if people would have given it a second chance. You know, it definitely died before its time. You know. Elder Scrolls Online, again, this is going to be a common theme for me when you guys ask me questions about MMOs, is combat. I mean, combat to me is the most, outside of the world's the most important thing. The world has to look beautiful. It has to look big and large and immersive and open world. And once we have that, once we have a nice open world, then I get down to the races. We have to have interesting races. If the races aren't interesting, like if I go, like New World, for example. New World has this beautiful open world. It's actually gorgeous. It's my favorite trees of any MMO. Like, well, when I walk around a New World and I'm looking at all these trees and grass and the biomes and shit, I'm like, man, this is just gorgeous. I mean, it's amazing. Love it. It's just love it. I can't say how much I love it because it's great. But when I go to the character creator, it's like this shitty ass character creator that looks like dog shit. The characters you create look awful, and they're all humans. I don't know about you guys, but when I play an MMO, I want variety on the playable character races. I don't want to go in and say, okay, all you can be is a human. Now, I understand that's the point of the game. It's like this, kind of like conquistador, Spanish, whatever, landing on a new world and all that kind of shit. But, yeah, I don't like that. So, you got to have interesting, playable character races. You have to have a nice open world. But then once you get past that, to me, the combat, like, what do we do most of the time? What do we do more in the game than anything else? Is probably kill stuff. I mean, you're in combat in an MMO a lot. And so the combat system has to be really something that I really enjoy. And so when you talk about Elder Scrolls Online, I hate the combat system. I think the combat system in Elder Scrolls Online is terrible. It's terrible. It's not smooth. It's clunky. It just doesn't feel good, And it just doesn't feel good. And that's why, and Elder Scrolls is weird because, like, you go into certain areas of the world in Elder Scrolls Online and it looks fantastic. You're like, wow, this building looks great. This other area looks great. But then you go to the areas of Elder Scrolls and it doesn't look as good. It's like the zone. So the zones to me, they look like they were made by different people. Like this person made this zone, they did a great job, but programmer, or texture artist and modeler B did this zone. Well, B is like a D level, and he sucks, and A is an A level guy, and so all the zones he did were great. You know what I mean? And also, when you look at the map on Elder Scrolls Online, it's too crowded for me. Like it feels like you can't go very far in Elder Scrolls Online without running into like some sort of a building or a village. I don't really like that. I like games to be a little bit more exploratory, meaning like I could go into a big, huge forest and maybe not find but a couple small burned down huts or run down villages. But I felt like in those stories online, I was always running into massive settlements all over the place. So to me, I didn't like that actually, which is kind of weird to say that, but I didn't like that. But yeah, the combat in ESO really turned me off. I didn't like it. What's up, Purdy? How's it going, man? I never got into the housing system, JF. I didn't get into it hardly at all, so I can't really comment on that. And I didn't get into the housing system in ESO either. So you guys both mentioned the housing systems. I didn't get a chance to use either one, so yeah. And in housing in general, the only games I've really done much housing on is probably Black Desert and Justice Online. And Justice Online has an amazing housing system. Actually, Justice Online is supposed to come out this year in the West. Um,
King's honor, friend. Light bless you.
hmm. Rift is one of my favorite MMOs. Like Rift is probably one of my top 5 MMOs. And actually, I've been wanting to play more Rift lately. I had started doing a leveling series on Rift, and I never finished it. And I wanted to go back and actually finish that because Rift was a really good MMO, and the talent system in Rift is the best talent system of any MMO. So if you talk about like just systems in games, like Guild Wars 2 event system, like Guild Wars 2, like how like rare elite mobs pop in the world and people come together to kill them is one of my favorite systems in an MMO. Another favorite system of mine is rifts. You know what I mean? When rifts open up in the game Rift, that's also was great because people could join the public group and help take down the rifts. Also, an amazing event or system dynamic event. That was also one of my favorite systems. And also, Rift's talent system was the best. No, hands down, it was the best talent system. I mean, it's not even close. So the soul system, different souls, was really cool. Um, I'm trying to think of other MMOs. Final Fantasy has the best story. I think the best storytelling. Final Fantasy has some of the best gear too. Some really cool looking gear. I like the multi-layered layers that you get in Final Fantasy. Really good detail in some of the gear, which is amazing because it's an older game. But yeah, Final Fantasy does have some really cool gear. Rift surprisingly also has some really cool gear, and Rift is one of those MMOs that has that real kind of rustic, like medieval, gritty look to it, which is one of my favorite things. Like I talked about the other day, if you ever played Dragon's Dogma, it had all the buildings and everything has that kind of really dirty, medieval, grimy, Black Plague era-esque feel to it, and Rift had that as well, which I really liked. Final Fantasy 14 combat, I don't like it either, and that's why I don't play the game that much. So, but story-wise, has a great story and has really cool gear, and also a large variety of gear. One of the biggest things that WoW has going for it too is that WoW has a huge variety of gear. Like there's so much different gear in WoW, and it doesn't really all look very good. I mean, some of it looks like shit, but just the fact that there's so much of it is pretty cool. I have way too much stuff. What am I ever going to do with Mark of the Syndicate? I don't remember what Mark of the Syndicate's even for. It's a reputation, right? Oh, it's used for a syndicate disguise. Okay, well, this guy says it's best just to vendor him, so I'm going to vendor him. God, I have way too much gear, and I just have way too much junk. I have way too much stuff, man. It's getting really bad, guys.
Be careful.
What is all this junk in my bags? Wooden club. Now that's for the survival quest. I have a lot of engineering recipes I don't want to throw away because I'm an engineer. Buff food. I've got a lot of gear that I probably should just get rid of. Ooh, wait a minute. I didn't see that I got this. This is an upgrade. Yeah, look at that. It's basically the same as what I have, except it's mail, so it's like way more armor. Sweet.
Open for business.
This is just good when I go melee. Engineering, another engineering item. I'm just going to get rid of that.
Farewell.
Yeah, rogue, yeah, they do. Yeah, you shouldn't lose it if you go into combat. That kind of sucks.
You need something?
And agility 3 strength. Yeah, I think it's probably better than for now. Can't believe my inventory is just so... I'm such a pack rat. I have such a hard time throwing stuff away. I mean, look at this. Like, these are all things I can use. Like, engineering recipe, engineering. This is all engineering shit. Like, these, gem. I need this for engineering. Like, speed potion. That's useful. This is, like, a really good leather item for if I want to go melee hunter. It's so hard for me to throw shit away, but I'm just going to have to start throwing stuff away. Yeah, they shouldn't time gate content. The content should be difficult. The problem is, Killer, is that they don't make the content difficult enough, and so people just fly through the content, so they time gate it. They just time gate it because there's always going to be people that no life it, and that's okay. That's okay. There's going to be people that are always going to be ahead of other people, but that's okay. Just let them, if they want to be ahead, let them be ahead. But make the content difficult and challenging. Yeah, I'm not a fan of time gating content. Yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah. There's so many greens, JF, that I just vendor. I've probably vendored over 100 green items, that I could have made a lot of money. I mean, that's why I don't have any money. One of the key ways you get money to get your mount in vanilla is to basically vendor greens and stuff. I mean, to sell them on the H as you're leveling. So. But yeah, Throne and Liberty looks really good, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I think to me, like the game that I'm the most excited for right now, new MMO, is probably Throne and Liberty. It is an NCSoft game though, so I'm always worried about that because NCSoft games can always be a little bit interesting. But I think Throne and Liberty, it's coming out supposedly first quarter next year. It was supposed to come out fourth quarter this year, but they delayed it because they're still working on a bunch of other shit, basically. Yeah, but Throne of Liberty hopefully will come out. I'm hoping it comes out in like March. I mean, it'd be nice if it came out in January, but I don't see that happening. If it came out like March next year, I think that would be pretty cool. Anything to get us off of World of Warcraft. Oh my god. I played so much WoW. Anything to get us into something new, Yeah, well, we got four. We got 4 slots. We still have to hit Deathless for this. Shit, Iron Forge. I could have flown to Iron Forge. Damn it. That makes me mad, actually. And I still need the Marshmurlock Eye. Badlands. This quest is crazy. I'm on part 13. This is the 13th step of this quest, and it's still not done. I need to win the lottery, guys. I need to start playing the lottery, because the sooner I can retire, the sooner I can start working on my own game, you know? I want to make my own game in Unreal Engine. Just do like a prototype, like a video game slice. If I can ever get out of the grind of working, man. I need to be like a big YouTuber, like Asmongold, who makes millions, right? Then I could just make my own game. Yeah, what do you want? Uh,
Here there. What's your back? Talk to me. Glad I could help. Keep it real. Stop. Hurry back. Yo. Keep your nose clean in my town.
Greetings. See you later. Can I help you? For the Alliance. Be careful.
all right, the Booty Bay Blues. Here we go.
King's honor, friend. Hello. Need help?
Then I'll become an asshole. Oh, Dragon's Prophet. I played Dragon's Prophet. I played Dragon's Prophet. Yeah, we're gonna demonetize my stream if I play this, but I don't give a shit. Actually, yeah, this is good. This is gonna demonetize my stream, but that's all right. This is Dragon's Prophet. Look how old this is. I think they did, yeah. It was a really cool game, actually. The combat was really fun. Didn't hold up well, though. This was like this is an elite mob I'm killing right here, called the Queen of Sludge. I'm only level 16, and this is a level 20 elite. And when you get the mob low enough, she starts spawning other mobs. Look at all the mobs keep spawning. Oh, look at all those additional mobs. You can still play Dragon's Prophet. I think I hooked it. I think I played this a few months back, but again, they fucked the game up. You know, they changed it too much. Ooh, big shot. Boom, there you go. That was me killing the... killing Mother Slime or Sludge for 2 green items, right? I did all that for 2 green items. Gotta love it. And then I jumped on my dragon pet, and I fly off into the twisting nether. That was great. It was great with the music, like the way the music like went to that part of that song right as I ended flying off. That was perfect timing. Right there. I love that. That was perfect. Right as the dragon's wings spread out and she goes down here. And I didn't do that on purpose. It just came out that way. Yeah, so that was Dragon's Prophet. I'm pretty sure you can still play Dragon's Prophet. Really cool game. I really enjoyed that game actually quite a bit. And I think if you go to Steam, I think you can still play it. But it's just, it's not a good game. It didn't hold up over the time, you know what I mean? Like against, the MMOs of today, it probably you guys would play it and probably hate it. But there was really cool system of taming. You would tame dragons and the dragons would fight in combat with you, and there was a lot of variety of enemies. There's some floating wreckage over here. Hold on a second. We don't want that with this. Oh shit. Hold on a second. I changed my key binding. Let's hit this fishing node real quick. Yeah, it's free to play on Steam. Yeah, see, yeah, it's still free to play. I mean, if you've never played it, try it out just for fun. I mean, you probably won't like it because, like I said, it doesn't really hold up to today's. But there's the world itself. Like if you explore the world, and it's pretty cool. I mean, it's a neat game. I don't think the graphics were. I don't think I could get the graphical fidelity to look real good. But maybe with reshade, I could tweak it a little bit. I'm pretty sure it does, dude. Maybe not. I did play it, though. Maybe it wasn't Steam. You said it's free to play on Steam, though. Yeah, it's not there. It's gone, guys. It's gone. I don't think it's playable anymore. I think it's gone. Oh, 9 silver. That's all we got. Hey, Bolt of Rune Claws. That's 20 silver. Yeah, I think it's gone, guys. I played it. You know what? It was a private server. Maybe it was a private server. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I think maybe it was a private server, guys. Here, 1 second. Okay, yeah, it's a private server. Okay, so yeah, there is a private server. It is private server. It's a silver server. It's called Dragon's Prophet Adept Gamer. I've actually played it before. It's adeptgamer.com. So we were at the right website. All right. I think the problem with is when I played this before, I just don't think there was like anybody in the game. You know what I mean? Let's see. Okay. All right, we're downloading the client. Okay, so I'll set it up. I'll set it up, and we'll play some Dragon's Prophet maybe later. Yeah, but there is a private server, so which is fun. Isn't that funny that there's a private server of like Dragon's Prophet? You know, like not probably one of the most well-known MMOs out there, but it's so cool now. It's so cool in today's world that people do put up private servers because it helps some of those older games stay alive. Yeah, but it's called, I think it's Adept Gamer. Go here, go to adeptgamer.com, create an account, go under games section. They have two private server games, Dragon Saga and Dragon's Prophet. I mean, it's not going to be as good as like WoW. I mean, it's like I said, it didn't really hold up that well. All right, I still don't think I can really do these quests. They're too high level, so let's move up north. We can try to. We can do the Raptors. We can knock out the Raptor quest, the Shadowhide Panther quest, and the Skull Splitter Tusks, and the Stinging Blue Crystals. So those 4 quests I think we can do. What was the other game we were talking about? Wildstar? Right? Hold on a second. There's also a Wildstar private server project, but it's not there yet. I don't think I have any Wildstar content. Yeah, I don't. Here's an interesting MMO called Oni Girl. This one here. It's got a really good combat system, actually. This one here has a really cool combat system. Like, check out my dual blade character here. Yeah, I liked the combat in this game. And it's got like 3 chain combos and that kind of bullshit. But actually, it was a pretty cool game. And then it looks like I was playing a different game. And then this next game on this video is Phantasy Star Online 2. If you guys have ever played Phantasy Star Online 2, pretty cool game actually. Wow, I did this video at 1440. Shit. Let's see, where's my phone? So here's my character Koniko in Phantasy Star Online 2. She looks badass. Look at that. She's like a robot. She's got like robot legs and kind of a robot body. Yeah, she was pretty cool. But if you go to my channel and do a search for Tera, right? And I wish I had recorded some of the old Tera, like the original Tera. Unfortunately, I never got a chance. Let's do what's the guy's channel's name? Shit, I'm not gonna be able to remember it. Here's Tera closed beta test 2. So here's a guy that was a really high quality player. Man, look at just the funny how the difference in quality, you know, when we streamed back then. So this is Teo, and he's one of the best, he's probably the best warrior I ever saw in Tera. And here he's fighting Fimbralisk Bams, right? And this is in closed beta test 2. The difference in the closed beta test, as far as the difficulty with the BAMs, was that their abilities had a much greater range. So, like when they shoot like how he's shooting these balls out, these black balls of death, the range of how they would hit you was pretty big. And like they do a move where they jump up in the air and kind of slam the ground. And if you're anywhere in this area in front, you're going to get hit. Even if you're in the side here, you're going to get hit. So that was where the difficulty changed a lot. Like right there, did you see that? Let me rewind that a little bit. Notice how he's going to do a maneuver here where you're going to see this kind of smoke rise up underneath the Frimbilisk. And Teo's so good that he knows the abilities of the BAM well enough to know that it's coming, so he moves out of the way here. Right there. See this? This kind of slamming onto the ground. See that? If he would have been standing back where he was, he would have taken a massive amount of damage. So the BAMs back then in the closed beta test did a lot of damage. So if he was standing there, he probably would have lost, you know, like a good chunk of his health. I would say like 30 or 40%, probably like 30% of his health would have been gone. And you know, you know what I mean? That's a lot of health just from one ability hit, you know. Let's see if he gets hit on one of these moves so we can see how much damage he takes. Yeah, I've heard all about the riot. I mean, but from what I hear, they're still in the very, very early development phase. See, like there, that ability there again. Where they nerfed the BAMs in Tera is this ability here. Right here, see how the Frimblisk jumps up and slams the ground? This, like, they nerfed it such that if you were standing right here later on, you didn't take any damage. But if he would have been standing right here in the closed beta test too, he would have taken a massive amount of damage. So they changed the radius of how far it went out and how much damage it did. And they just nerfed the content really badly, which was really a shame because when it wasn't nerfed, it was challenging and it was really fun. And you know, to me, that's the biggest way that MMOs kill themselves. The reason MMOs disappear and die out is because they, in my opinion, is because they nerf the content. They just nerf it, and they ruin it basically. But so this is closed beta test 2. He's got some great videos. He's got one of my favorite videos is let's see. He does this video which is really good.
Greetings pot pickers, I'm doing something different today and talking over this one because I want to do a general warrior guide. There's a few warrior guides around but they seem to be aimed at people with learning difficulties and need someone to read the ability tooltips to them because the word...
I love this. He's like, there seems he's like they seem to need somebody to read the ability tooltips to him. How many times have you gone to a video that's trying to teach you how to play an MMO, right? That's trying to teach you how to play an MMO, but all they do is just go through the skills of the class and say, you know, Sinister Strike does 35 damage, and they read the tooltips to you. You're like, well, shit, I can do that. Why am I watching a video of you reading tooltips to me? But it happens all the time, right?
Around, but they seem to be aimed at people with learning difficulties and need someone to read the ability tooltips to them because the words in the description are too hard or some shite. I'm going to try and give you a guide that doesn't focus on the bleeding obvious and might actually teach you something. So without further ado, let me start with the most awesomest thing about Warriors in Tera. Boop.
Boop.
You've probably seen complaints from new players.
He was making fun of another YouTuber by saying boop.
It's Cocoon about not being able to move around and jump while they attack. If you play for a while, you'll know that the locked animations are important for the combat, but as a warrior, you don't have to worry about standing still while attacking. because most of your abilities move you a fair distance. Once you realise you don't have to face plant on the front of a mob just to hit it, you can use the movement of your attack animations to dodge around things.
So the people who watch me play WoW and watch me, they like see me play female characters all the time. Like, why don't you ever play a male character? I actually do play male characters if they look cool, right? If I can play a male character in MMO and it looks cool, I'll play it. So let me show you me playing a male character. If I get...
So I wanted to show a little bit of
Listen to my voice, man. I think I had a cold here. Check this out.
the warrior and kind of talk about, kind of how I play the warrior class and just,
But look at this. I'm playing a male character, and basically I made him look.
tips on.
He basically looks like a vampire. He's got like really pale skin, like white hair. He looks like a vampire. And of course, the great name, the Lonely Noob.
To approach the warrior class. I think since Tera is now kind of becoming popular again because of
Actually, this video was pretty fun to make, and I actually got about almost 10,000 views, 43 likes, 8 dislikes. How can you dislike my video? How could you ever dislike my video? Yeah, not a lot of comments, but this was 2015, so Tera had been. I think Tera came out in 2012, if I remember correctly. That was like the boom of MMOs, right? Like right around 2012, we had like, I think, I don't know if I still have it. Yes. I probably don't have the document anymore. I had this great document that I had created. No. I don't have it anymore. But where I basically I overlaid the time spans of all the MMOs. Like basically what I did was I said like Tera. Oh, Tera Teldrassil, that's interesting. I don't know why I was doing that. And then I just did like a dotted line to show like, well, here's what I did. I said like this. I'd say like, okay, Tera came out in like 2012, right? And then on this next line, I'd say like, okay, now we got Guild Wars 2 came out in like, maybe March 2012, And then you go to some of the next one. What was it? What was another one that came out right around that? Like Black Desert came out like 2014. You know what I mean? And I kind of overlaid them just to show you like how big 2012 to 2014 was, because we had Tera, we had Guild Wars, we had Rift, we had Black Desert, we had all these MMOs, and they were all quality MMOs, and they all came out within a span of like 2 years, and that's why. And then of course there was World of Warcraft that was really at its peak. World of Warcraft was at its peak in 2012. Really, that was like when it had like 12 million subscribers. Anyways, so it was pretty cool. All right, is there any other shenanigans we can get into? We're still downloading the Dragon's Prophet client. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's one other thing I was going to show you before we. Can you tell that I'm getting bored of playing World of Warcraft? You forgot about it? Yeah, Arcade. Yeah, Arcade. I don't think I have any Arcade videos on my channel. Like, my channel's got a lot of different MMOs on it. I probably do. No, I do have Arcade, but it's the private server. Like, here, this was 8 months ago, 2 years ago. Yeah. Here's Arc Rage, which is a private server. This is 3 years ago. So this is me playing Arc.
Let's go.
This is me playing Arc Rage, which is a private Arc Age server. And this is the warrior class.
Target is facing the wrong direction.
Not the best combat animations. Like, you can't really see the enemy hit. Like, when he hits me, it's not really super clear, which is always a really, something that you want to see in an MMO, is that when you're taking damage, you want to see that the damage, it's obvious that you're getting hit. You also want to see a stagger animation. You want to see your character being kind of knocked back, like staggered. So really all combat should have that kind of, stagger animations. What other MMOs do we have? So let's do Tera again. I don't know if we have like, oh my god, I've got a lot of Tera videos. Here's 9 years ago. Here I'm level 28 and I'm taking on a level 32 crab. He's red. Just to show you how much damage they do. Let's see if we can find this. I actually mistime his jump and get hit here. Let's see, where is it? It's right here. And this is what I was using the Bandicam software, which is a free software, but it would only let you record for 10 minutes. So you can see the video is only 10 minutes long because it would only let you record. But I actually did not die. I killed this BAM, but it looks like I got hit and just like stopped recording, but that's not what happened. It's just it hit the 10-minute mark and stopped. But if you look here, watch the amount of damage he takes. And actually what threw me off is I was doing this whole fight and I was fine. I wasn't really getting hit that much. And then I realized I hadn't put my buff up. There's like a little fireplace you can drop on the ground and throw like a little thing in there and it buffs you. I forgot I hadn't buffed myself up. So I ran off away from the crab until I dropped out of combat. One of the cool things about Tera is you could get far enough away that it would drop out of combat, but the crab wouldn't stop attacking you. He still would come after you, but you would be actually out of combat. So if you didn't hit him for a certain amount of time, you would go out of combat, but you wouldn't lose. The leash wouldn't like reset or anything. So it was kind of cool because you could basically drop out of combat, bandage yourself because you can't bandage while you're in combat. So I would drop out of combat here. Check this out. I dropped out of combat, dropped my fireplace, and I'm going to throw down some stuff to buff me up. But by just doing this, just stopping my combat and buffing myself up, I lost my timing. My timing got thrown off. So like during this whole like 9 minutes and 21 seconds, the guy only hit me a couple times. And then right after I stopped to buff myself, like my timing got thrown off or something because I immediately just start fucking up and getting hit. It's really funny. See, it got hit there. I got hit twice already. Now, what I was talking about earlier is red eye, right? Remember I mentioned red eye? So watch this. Now, he's already enraged. You see how his claws are all red? He's, like, enraged right now. And see, he does this kind of flash. So you know he's going to do his spin maneuver. And you can see he hit me and did this much damage. He hits me again, does that much damage. So just in 2 hits, he took almost half my health. Now I want to hear this Turtle WoW. We'll get back to Turtle WoW in a minute. And here I actually mistime the jump. So it's just so funny because normally I wouldn't make these mistakes, but just doing the fire buff actually totally threw my timing off. Now watch how much damage he almost kills me here. So when you talk about MMOs, Turtle WoW, hey Moose Lover, Turtle WoW is a private vanilla server. It's basically vanilla World of Warcraft with custom content. If you look at the description in the stream, I've got a link to the Turtle WoW website. You can go check it out. Right now I'm just showing these guys some Tera stuff just for fun. But if we talk about impact and we talk about MMOs that don't have a lot of like impact, like Tera was the king of impact. Like in Tera, there was no denying. Like when you got hit, you knew you got hit. I'm gonna turn the volume down because it's a little loud. But just look at the impact of this crab hitting the ground here. I mean, Jesus Christ, the screen turned red, the ground shook, boom, and it almost killed me, knocked me down to 141 health. And the funny part was, like I said, I had the freeware Bandicam version, which is only 10 minutes. I actually ended up, killing that mob. I just took a potion and kept fighting, got my timing back. But yeah, it's just insane. Now here's another one that's really funny. This one's from 2013. Here I'm fighting a Fang spawn that's 5 levels above me. So I'm level 29, he's level 34, and I'm doing no DFA usage, which means I'm basically saying I'm not going to use my ability Death from Above, which is a way that I have to avoid damage. It makes me immune. It's an I-frame, an invulnerability frame, okay? So I can't take any damage. So this is another warrior. I love the warrior in Tera, so most of my videos are going to be warrior. But check, these guys were actually really tough. Like when you first run into this BAM, if you're not familiar with them and you don't know what you're doing, it's actually pretty challenging. And I'm pretty sure I get killed here. This was like when I hadn't played the game for about maybe like a year, and I came back and was trying to kill these guys, and I kind of was getting my ass handed to me. I pulled off my AoE, my taunt, which actually stunned him there. It was a fast cast, too. You can tell I don't really remember the guy's moves, because I'm being like ultra cautious, because I don't remember his animations. And it looks like the Fang Spong reset. But what's interesting is if you watch me hitting him, I'm not really taking much damage off because he's so much higher level. He's still like 96%. Like, and all those hits right there only got him down to 94.6. So his health's going down pretty slow. Yeah, but by not allowing myself to use DFA, the only way I have to get away is to either dodge roll or to do a leaping strike or to do just a rising fury. There's like 3 abilities I have. It's too bad you cannot actually really play Tera anymore. Although there is a private server. I hope I still have it installed. Oh, I hope I didn't uninstall it. Sometimes I uninstall private servers, and I always regret it because there's always a time when I want to go back and play these games here. So there's a private server for Tera called Comunidad Zero. And this one actually, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to find like a vanilla private server for Tera, I'm always on the lookout for that because if anybody ever puts one out, I think it could become really popular. But unfortunately, no one's been able to find one. I did find a private, like a server I can run locally on my local computer. It's like it's kind of like a private server, but emulator. But it's like basically a version of the game that was about a year or two after the game came out. So it's pretty good. It's like way older than this version of the client, but it's still not the original client. So no one's put one up yet. I'm always on the lookout for it. And if they ever do get one up, I definitely will stream it and promote it because there's a lot of people that would really, especially now that Tera is no more. You know, they shut down Tera. You can't even play the retail version of Tera anymore. So if they actually did ever put out a Tera private server that emulates the original Tera as it was when it came out, I definitely 100% think that it would be very popular. It would be very popular. So hopefully one day that'll happen. No, Blizz didn't shut down. You can't find her. Get on, dude. Just go to Turtle WoW, man. Just all you have to do is go to Turtle WoW, download the client, create an account, play, man. What time is it? Yeah, no problem, man. I mean, this is basically a vanilla World of Warcraft server with custom. It's a really cool server, Moose Lover. I mean, it's actually really cool. Actually updating. I wonder what they're doing with this server. Updating. I think we did get, let's see. This is going to be a long extraction, isn't it? 5 minutes. Yeah. Probably working my computer a little bit too hard. I'm extracting like a 10 gig file while updating another client while playing World of Warcraft. We're gonna make my computer work a little bit here. That's why it's laggy right now. I wonder what this one's doing. Let's go to the forums. Make the server more populated. You can see these posts are all from 2022. Yeah. Let's not mess with those guys just yet. Yeah, these guys, I'm not going to mess with these guys either. They're like level 44. We'll wait till we're up a couple more levels. Yeah, I mean my first character was a druid called One with Nature. Check this out. Here you go. This is an original screenshot from 2005 or 2004. Okay, so this is my original vanilla WoW screenshot. You can see why the image is so small. And you can see here I've got a level 5500, level 22 priest. So my first character I ever created in World of Warcraft was this one right here, One with Nature. And I got her to like level 19, and then I realized that I felt like druids were like good at a lot of stuff, but they weren't really great at anything. So I decided I didn't really like the druid that much. So then I started playing a hunter, and I loved the hunter. I was leveling the hunter up, got to around 55. And so then I started playing a priest, and I actually really liked priests. Now this mage I created, I ended up deleting this one. This was my son. My son created this character. Here's another priest. I don't know why I created two. Back in the old day, like back in vanilla, like a lot of times I would have multiple characters of the same class because there was no dual spec. So I didn't want to respec. So I actually would create when I was playing, I think Burning Crusade, I ended up with two hunters. One was a survival hunter and one was a beast mastery hunter. I ended up with like two priests. One was like disc priest. One was like shadow priest. So, but anyways, yeah. So, but this is an original screenshot from I don't think we'll be able to tell on here, but yeah. Let's hold on a second. Yeah, because this was copied from another image. Well, but you can see the dimensions 1024 by 768. God, it doesn't show. Yeah. I do have the original somewhere. But anyways, this should be 2004. Or I mean 2005. This should be from 2005. Night Elf Caroline, yeah, and I was on Doomhammer, and Doomhammer was a beta realm, so I actually played on Doomhammer in the WoW beta, which was cool, Oh, I think my pet just became best friend. Yep, my pet just became my best friend. Let's put pet on defensive because we know that shadow malls are going to jump out on me here pretty soon. No, Turtle Wall is completely free. It's a private. Almost all private servers are free. That's kind of the point. They do have a cash shop where you can buy stuff. Like you can go in here and you can buy like, you know, skin. They have skins you can buy to make your characters models look a little different. They have mounts you can buy. So to buy mounts, you have to go to their website and donate money. So the stuff's pretty expensive, to be honest, but you know they do a pretty good job with the server. The server does have some lag issues, but it's definitely worth playing on. It's actually really fun. Yep. As panda skins. Yeah, like if I go here, like I bought this pet off the store. I also bought this one off the store. I also bought this ghost wolf off the store. I also bought this mount off the store. And of course I bought my portable banker. My mule here, which is basically I can access my bank anywhere in the world by pulling out my mule. So yeah, Panda was never. I like wolves. I've always been kind of a. I'm a little bit unusual in that I like wolves. Most people don't use wolves as pets, but I do. They're just good all around pets. It says it's still updating. It's unusual. Let's close this down and see if we can. There we go. Cats, wolves, bear. Yeah, I like wolves. Owls are pretty good. Yeah, he is. He's still got the fast attack speed. Yeah, he's still got the fastest attack speed. So he's still incredibly popular. So if you want to, so this is a Tera private server, right? Like I said, you won't find many people in the server though, unfortunately. But it does run really smoothly. Oh, I guess I don't have a character on this one. Wow, I don't have a character on either one. They must have reset this. They must have reset the servers. Well, that's kind of cool. Alberto. Well, it says here I have one character. Actually, you can see it says one. It says one character. Maybe I don't see the character though. If I have one character, I don't see. I don't see my one character. If you want to get the Tera private server, okay, just go here. Go to this website. Go ahead and create an account, and then you can. They have quite a few games. They got Perfect World. They've got Tera. They've got Tree of Savior, which is in closed beta. I don't know if I've ever played this. They got Lineage 2, which I don't really play Lineage 2, but it's interesting they do have a private server on it. I don't play Perfect World, but I would be interested to check this one out. I don't know what Tree of Savior's like. Let's see if we can get it on the Discord. It looks cool though. It looks like an old school like MMO. Let's take a look.
Tree of Savior is perhaps proof that even if you have stunningly beautiful graphics helping to create a classically gorgeous world, solid and responsive movement with impactful, satisfying action combat gameplay, and a fantastic soundtrack which enhances both the exploration and the action elements, it can all be for nothing if you cram your game with way too many upgrade and enhancement systems, completely neglect your early game pacing, overwhelm the player with an intrusive UI, and deliver your
Okay, we're not going to play that game. I don't like isometric games, and that's an isometric game, so I definitely don't want to play an isometric game. Perfect World, Perfect World's another isometric game, right? I don't like isometric games, so I won't play them basically.
Perfect World is an old types change. Get some free gear by the looks of it. This bloke likes to smash back the map. Has some really nice looking weapons and armor, and that combined with the massive wings means you can make a really epic looking character. The game has player housing, the game has territory wars where guilds can fight for land. I always love to see this feature in MMOs. The game has player shops, which is something I'd like to see in more modern MMOs. This game was a pain in the ass to get running as the launcher would constantly crash during the install, and optimization wise the game really struggles. Even the game's most recent gameplay trailer was running at like 10 FPS. The combat feels really out of date, all of the abilities feel really static and non-impactful. The visuals
Yeah, no problem, Moose Lover. So anyway, so that's another game you can get here on the Comunidad Zero. So they've got those games, but anyway, so this is a newer version of Tera, so it does have, you know, the gunner class. Let's go. Yeah, so they've got the Reaper. So they've got classes like the Gunner and the Reaper, which obviously weren't in the original launch of the game. They also have, I think that's it, the Mystic Priest, Archer, Sorcerer, Slayer. Yeah, all these others were original characters. The Berserker's pretty fun. Look at this guy's face. Anyways, so you can definitely. Oh no, Kevin, my character's still alive. I was just monkeying around in this private server. Anyways, but yeah, you can go ahead and play play the private Tera server here. But like I said, there aren't that many people that play it. It says crowded, but I don't. Honestly, there might be more people in it now, just simply because the official Tera server shut down. So maybe they have more people. But whenever I played this server, there was nobody in it. I mean, like nobody. Like you would walk around and see nobody. But I actually talked to the developer that puts this together. Super nice guy. And I was just surprised that they still keep this server up and running. It's been up and running for quite a while. And even though there's nobody really playing on it, so pretty nice of them to keep it up and running. So, but yeah. But the game I'm the most excited for really is this one here, is Throne and Liberty, which is going to be coming out first quarter, hopefully next year. So.
For starters, we know that Throne and Liberty will be primarily focused on offering challenging cooperative PvE. The developer said that while many existing NCSoft games focus on player competition, and that can be fun, quote, the reality, however, is that many more players are more interested in overcoming well-designed challenges than competing. So, in making Throne and Liberty, we tried to put in a lot of this challenging content. They went on to say that this can be seen most clearly in the game's boss fight, which can only be overcome by groups of players who fully understand the mechanics of their characters, the mechanics of the boss, and are able to execute on all of this properly. To be clear, although they've said that PvE will be a main focus, you can be sure that PvP is in the game as well. In fact, we even know that there will be a PK system. In another interview, they mentioned having a PK system where killing other players hits you with this accumulating debuff called Evil Deeds. However, if you PK during the nighttime, you will not receive this debuff, presumably because no one can see what it is that you're doing and to who you're doing it. So at the very least, this seems to confirm that open world PvP in some capacity will be a thing. In that same interview, they also touch on the fact that the game will support both small scale one-on-one.
Well, I mean, NCSoft really was behind they they were the publisher for Wildstar, but they also made Lineage 2, Lineage 1, Lineage Eternal, and you can go to NCSoft's website and check them out, but they've made quite a few games. They're known for, City of Heroes, they're known for kind of, having a bad reputation for ruining games, but you can Blade and Soul, Lineage M, this is basically Lineage 2 mobile. But Guild Wars 2 is another one. They published Guild Wars 2. Ion. Ion was actually a really good game. Yeah, Ion was really fun. I played Ion quite a bit. And then of course Guild Wars. So Guild Wars 2, Lineage 2, Blade and Soul. They also did Wildstar. I'm not familiar with Fuser. But anyways, yeah.
One fights where you have to skillfully and carefully engage with enemies between attacks, counters, and defensive skills, but we'll also have a lot of large-scale group battles where it is best for people to stick and work together. And that whole lack of getting a PK debuff in the evening at nighttime when the sun's down, that also leads us into this game's...
I'm always intrigued by Force Gaming's headset. I don't know what this headset is, but this gold like metal plate here just looks kind of cool. I don't know what headset he uses, but it's just kind of cool looking.
Next major feature.
And it looks very lightweight.
Huge gameplay implications. You could spend hours and hours farming in the same area, but things would continuously evolve based on a lot of parameters. Say you're out grinding monsters and then the wind starts picking up. This will have an actual effect on things like projectiles, reducing the range of bow attacks, for example. If the weather's good and the sun is out, your lightning spells may only hit a single target. However, if it starts raining, that same lightning skill all of a sudden will start doing area of effect damage, hitting multiple targets. Weather and time of day will have an effect on which NPCs populate an area. There will be some creatures that only come out at night or only during big storms. And weather will impact the environment. They said, for example, that normally in siege warfare, this game's large-scale PvP, there will be several ways to infiltrate a castle, including the castle's underground.
Yeah, but I'm really excited for this game. I mean, like all the stuff he's talking about is some of the really cool features that we've kind of been wanting for MMOs, and I know Ashes of Creation also is implementing some of these features. But NCSoft is just the one thing about NCSoft is they have a lot of skilled people there. There's a lot of skilled developers there. The games that they make have great art, and they've made great video games. The problem with NCSoft is, it's mostly I think it's mostly Korean, but a lot of times their game can be kind of pay to win. And then also so a lot of times they shut their games down faster than they should. Like if a game isn't making enough money, like like City of Heroes, they actually just shut the game down. And it's the same thing with Wildstar. They shut down Wildstar and City of Heroes, both games, way before they should have in most people's minds, which pissed off a lot of people.
Sewer system. However, during a rainstorm, these areas can fill with water and become inaccessible.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but this looks so much like Black Desert. Whenever I see the screenshots of Throne of Liberty, the immediate graphical comparison I always come up with is Black Desert. It looks so much like Black Desert. If you go back to here, and this is all from the trailer of the game, but you can see here he's doing an ability where he can kind of select multiple targets for these abilities. So it goes into this kind of black and white screen, and it's highlighting mobs in blue. And that's probably just showing him that these are the mobs he can target for the ability. See, he's a pull ability. He probably could have pulled 2 mobs to get to him, but he only selected 1. And the other thing with Throne of Liberty is it's a limited action set, kind of like Guild Wars 2, where you don't have a ton of skills. Like right here, you can see he's only got 4 abilities on his hotbar. It's a very extremely minimalistic interface, which I actually love. I like very minimalistic UIs. But later on, you'll see you can definitely weapon swap. So this is with this weapon, these are the abilities he has. But then you can weapon swap, and then of course you have other abilities.
In development for a very long time.
So here you see he's got a different abilities, right?
Originally, it started out.
And again, here he's got different abilities based on the fact that he's a magic user.
As a successor to Lineage, which if you don't know, Lineage was.
This is a video from the original Lineage 2.
Medieval fantasy.
This is one of the advertisement videos, promotional videos, or whatever you want to call it, trailers for Lineage 2.
MMO developed by NCSoft that released back in 1998. Its sequel, Lineage 2, which was actually a prequel, launched in 2003. And then this new game that we're talking about today, Throne and Liberty, started out as what was basically going.
Yeah, Throne and Liberty. This is what Throne and Liberty originally was. It was basically an isometric game. It looked a lot like Lost Ark.
To be Lineage 3. First revealed back in 2011 as Lineage Eternal Twilight Resistance, the game, according to an Engadget article posted at the time, would take place in the same fantasy setting as the previous 2 Lineage games, but this one sports more of a Diablo-esque camera view and much more use of object-oriented gameplay. In other words, this was a top-down action game similar in appearance to Diablo 3, although with a pacing that was a bit on the slower side, with slower movement and slower attacks, and they had some rather unique ideas for gameplay mechanics. Lineage Eternal featured a drag and hold bit of combat where you would literally click and drag your mouse either in an arc or in a direction to strike enemies with certain abilities. They also emphasized the player's ability to make use of objects in the environment. You could do things like pick up and throw jars, or use a grapple hook to pull enemies towards you. That same grapple hook could also be used to navigate the environment, jumping over obstacles or swinging across gaps. This might not sound like much today, but all of this looked to be a fairly interesting twist on traditional ARPG gameplay, especially back at the time. In the years following that first reveal, the game had a series of playtests where they collected feedback and impressions, from which they continued to work on, iterate, and improve the title. Over time, they made so many changes that in 2017, they decided to rename the game from Lineage Eternal, aka Lineage 3, to Project the Lineage, or as it is often called,
Project TO
for short. It would still be a top-down action game, but now looked way more modern with updated graphics, effects, and animations. On top of that, the game was much more fast-paced. They removed the click and drag mechanics, opting for a more traditional hack-and-slash combat where you would just point your mouse in a direction and activate an ability. They also really ramped up the cinematic feel of the game with a lot more wide camera pans and sweeping vistas to break up the action.
And it's funny, all this stuff is very Lost Ark.
I highlight certain enemies or environmental pieces. The overall appearance of the game actually looked quite similar to Lost Ark, a top-down action MMO that Amazon recently published the Western version of. In fact, you could have told me that some of this footage was of Lost Ark, and I would totally believe you. It just looks that similar. And for that reason, these two games were considered direct competitors for quite some time. So the game continued its development along this new direction for a few more years, getting the occasional gameplay and cinematic trailer. But then everything changed in 2019 and things went completely dark. The company held off on showing or talking about anything pertaining to the game. There was just no new updates. That was until a few months ago, when in March we were introduced to Throne and Liberty, the latest iteration of what was once Lineage Eternal. As you can see with the new naming, they've completely removed any Lineage branding and replaced it with Liberty. And of course, beyond changing names for the second time and ditching the Lineage IP, it's also no longer a top-down Diablo-esque hack and slash game. Instead, we've got a third-person action game with realistic visuals and combat that is reminiscent of something like Black Desert Online.
Black Desert Online. Yeah, so it looks really cool. We'll see if this let's see. I was gonna grab Dragon. Let's see if Dragon's Prophet will run, guys.
This quite dramatic shift.
So loud. So loud. First thing I have to do is turn the sound down. Holy crap. So you can see the server still has my character on it from when I played this private version of Dragon's Prophet before. But if you guys are interested in trying a new old game, Dragon's Prophet, it's an interesting game, but it's going to look really dated. I think most people probably wouldn't really like it, maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say. Actually, the graphics look pretty good. Better than I remember. I just got to turn the... It's like, oh my god, it's so loud. Okay. Leave it off for now. Oh, if I remember correctly, every time I restarted this client, I think it actually doesn't save the sound, so be prepared for this sound to be like blowing you guys out of your seats again, so I apologize. But actually the graphics there, you know what, they're killer. Those graphics actually didn't look too bad. But I think the sound's going to be really loud again. I think this happened last time I tried to play this. Wait a minute. No, the sound doesn't sound... Yeah, the sound doesn't sound like it's super loud again. I don't think. Okay, good. So it did keep the sound settings. That's good. Because they were really loud. Okay, so apparently this is my character. Oh, so I have other ones too. Okay, so I've got the Sword of Truth. We got this character. I've got this one, your Ranger, which I really like the Ranger class in this game. She's got a pet. And then this one, who I don't really know what class this is. I guess this is like a warrior class. So if we were to create a character, oh, it's a Guardian class. So there's Guardian, and you have the Ranger, the Oracle, and the Sorcerer. Okay, so let's go back to the warrior class here. Yeah, DJ. Oh man, this is a really cool. Oh no, no, no. Did I get it? Oh, I was trying to get a screenshot, but I couldn't get my screenshot utility to work. What the hell? Why didn't that... Hold on a second. We're having issues here. Why is it not working? The hell, man? Something changed my keybinds for my screenshot program, which is really weird. That's weird. Problem is probably caused by another tool claiming usage. So there's something that's... It could be that Dragon's Prophet is actually overriding. Yeah, it's actually overriding my keybind, my shortcut there, which is kind of weird that it would do that, but... Did it crash? I think it crashed. Or it crashed? That sucks. Okay, let's try this one more time. You guys can see that I kind of was a little bit burned out on WoW. That's why I'm kind of jumping all over the place. But I want to try this one more time. But yeah. Yeah, see, the print screen's working now. So obviously this game was overriding my print screen utility. Oops. No, I hit the wrong button. God fucking... Oh my god. Can't believe I did that. Oh my god. Jesus. Could it be any more difficult? Well, no, it's the screenshot. It's from a program. It's a different program on my computer I'm using. That lets me take a capture a specific size. We could do probably... Here, let's see. What's happening is... See, print screen normally does capture region. So it looks like it's... Yeah, let's just see if it works once the game comes in. See, so if I hit print screen here, I can drag select. And we can easily take screenshots quickly. Right? No, green shot's always very. So what I was trying to do is I was trying to basically see now that it's got to this point, it's overriding my screenshot utility. See, like now if I go to, oh wait, nope, there it is. It did come up. Yeah. So now if I wanted to like take a screenshot of this, like, you know, of this loading screen, I could. See, I don't know what it was. Something was basically screwing up my. I've never had that actually happen before. Yeah, see, so now we can go in and we can easily take screenshots of anything we want very quickly. Okay. Okay. Okay, well, apparently this game's having issues because that's twice now that it's crashed. I mean, I don't know if it's because I'm mucking around with the screenshot utility. So we'll give it one last try. But if it's going to keep... I played it before and I didn't have any issues with it crashing, so I don't know if it's just me monkeying around with screenshots that's giving it issues. But yeah, there's so many private servers out. The thing is, you know, with MMOs... I just want a new MMO to come out. I don't like playing lots of different games. I like playing one game. I've played WoW so much in the last, like, 18 years or however long it's been. I'm ready for something new, you know. All right, let's try this. Please work this time. Okay, I'm not going to take any screenshots. But so far, the game seems to run really... I mean, other than it crashing, the screen looks smooth. I had played... Okay, let's... All right. Now, right away, one of the best things is it's got mouse look, right? So I'm not right-clicking at all, which is great. I don't know how to release the mouse cursor though. Okay, it looks like you hit the escape key. So this has a mouse look system, which is fantastic. So we can just move the mouse left and right to rotate the screen. You can scroll in and out with the mouse wheel. You can double tap. Or I think, let's see, how do you do it? Yeah, double tap forward to do sprint. You've got a nice little jump. Yeah, I mean, it looks good. I mean, it's playing much smoother than I remembered. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff I'd want to clean up. I mean, that ability is not ready for use. That text is so large. I would want to change the UI. So interface settings, I'd want to go to see if there's any kind of a way to scale down. And of course, this chat window is obviously way too big. And everything's too big right now, right? But yeah, I mean, it's running really smoothly. Yeah, I mean, I'm really surprised because I remember last time I played this on this server, I thought it wasn't. Look, the grass moves when I walk through it. Actually, graphics look nice. Look really good. Gameplay is super smooth. Okay, you can use the space bar or the shift key. Shift key for dodge roll. Okay. T key to loot. Yeah, it runs really smooth. It runs way better than I remembered it running. It runs great. Like, I don't see any issues. You know, other than just the UI is obviously way too big. Now it has this kind of floaty jump, which looks really bad. But the characters looks, you know, I mean, she looks okay. Not bad. We got login rewards. Okay. We've got character. We got our dragon stable, ride, summon. Unable to summon because I currently don't have any dragons. We got our backpack B. Skills. Our skills window. You can grab the window maybe? Oh no, you can lock it. How do you move it? Oh, there. This unlocked it. So once you can unlock it, you can move it around. Okay, and then you can lock it. So that's and it locks it up here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's really surprising that you can't scale the UI because it's really big. They have currently four channels. Apparently you can create macros, which I guess I've never probably done before. This is one of the first games that allowed you to like stream too from inside the game, I think, as well. Connecting to server, quality, 1080. I don't know how it works though. I don't know how much audio I need. Let's just put King 59. Quality, actual filtering. I keep hoping I'll find something that lets me scale the UI. I'm not seeing it. Display frame rate, underwater effect, visual range. Well, that kind of, it sucks that, yeah, you're kind of screwed there. So. Yeah, I'm seeing a little bit more lag now. I'm not sure why. Oh, you should have double jump too. So, like, I don't dodge much in the game. I actually use double jump because double jump allows you to actually avoid attacks by jumping over the enemy. See? You can actually jump over the enemy. Oh, he just nailed me. But this thing's annoying. It's like, so what is this anyway? The hell? Some sort of weird... I don't know what this is. Catbox fade delay. Oh, we don't want any delay. We want that shit to go away like super fast.
What is it? May you never fall.
Oh. Oh, our crafting, weapon enhancements. Alright, yeah, I gotta go to bed. Oh, yeah, I gotta go to bed soon, too. I gotta work tomorrow, too. I'm just checking this out. Yeah, but I like this game. I think it's a pretty cool game. Here's the mailbox.
Try to find a better price. You won't.
Wings, tails, and endless howling.
Is this another player? Nah. No, this is an NPC. my Eternal WoW stream has turned into a Dragon Prophet stream. Ooh, combo. level 10. Yeah, if they just could scale the UI, this game would be so much better if you could scale the UI. What is all? I have no idea what all this stuff is. This is my talent tree, I guess. Basic masteries, two-handed weapon mastery, strong body, strength training. This is cool. Looks like a pretty good talent system. Oh no. My inventory space has increased. So my inventory space increased because my experience level increased? That's kind of strange. It only runs so long before you get tired. We may have to do a Dragon's Prophet stream, guys. How do I know what level these guys are? Guess it's level 10. Your typical quest marker.
Want something?
Obtain caravan cargo.
May you never fall.
Okay. Oh no. Oh, he dead. He dead. I don't remember how to tame stuff. Okay, let's see how big the map is. Okay, so this is just... Oh, there's like Sky Islands. What? Oh, okay, so these are like... Oh, these are places you can fly to once you get your flying mount. There's dungeons. Here's the entire world, I guess. And currently we are in Bakra, I guess? Which, that's Inarsha. Valencia. Holandra. Where am I now? So we're here. We go all world. It looks like this one. No. Whatever. Okay, so we have a big map. We have a big map. I was trying to figure out where this place was on the entire world map. Okay. Oh, we got a saddle. So you see that? Oops. This here, which is a nice saddle, which we can equip. So when you get your mounts, it's kind of cool. When you train stuff, you can actually equip gear on them, which is neat. Oh. Ah. Popular items. So apparently you can buy stuff on this server. I would love to know if there's actually people that actually play on the server. Yeah, we did a post in World Chat saying, "Is there anyone here?" So you can see the combat's pretty simple, pretty easy. What I like is the jump does allow you to avoid attacks. So like if he's gonna hit me here, you can actually jump over him to avoid the attack. See that? So it gives you a lot of easy ways to maneuver. Oh look, there's somebody here. Look, somebody said hi in the world chat. So there are people that play this game. We see Viper and Wolfstar21 and Pinky. So that's 3 people. That's at least 3.
What can I do for you? Great dragons be with you.
I don't really know how to target. Oh, it just targets who's in front of you. See the yellow line that's outlining these monsters changes as I move. So it's just targeting automatically whoever's in front of me. So this is what we need to kill, this Furious for the quest, this guy. Oh, he hit me. Ah! Not the best enemy AI we've ever seen in an MMO, right? He's not really coming after me. Okay, so that completed that quest.
Everyone's on edge. Strength be with you.
Okay. The ambient sounds are kind of, they just sound like noise, like the ambient sound, you know? It's just like a background noise. It's not very good. So I would probably turn the ambient sound down quite a bit. Yeah. We're gonna loop the music like constantly. Just because I feel like it. The music seemed like it was pretty good. Actually, let's get rid of the Not hearing any music though. Seems to be a bridge over there. I don't know how to... Okay, so I'm here. Okay, so... It seems... Yeah, I tried to get the music to loop endlessly, but it's not working. Controls are smooth. Controls are really smooth. I mean, it's very easy to control your character. The game runs really smoothly. Obviously, the enemy AI is weak. But definitely, I feel like I want to. It's something new. I haven't played this game much. Last time I played this was way back when.
Look out of place. Keep your guard up.
Of course, there seems to be some ore here. Kind of surprised there's no sound effect for hitting the ore, though. We've got this massively large UI. I'm just exploring right now. But Toa.
It's a good day.
Okay. Well then. It's a good day. I don't know why the music... Okay, the music should definitely play once we go into a new town, I would think. Let's see. There we go. I liked the music. Cool statue up here.
Salutations.
What can I do for you?
The glory of the Osira.
Oh. I think we're gonna have to do a playthrough on this game, guys. This will be I think this will be fun for people to see something different. Just shows you how desperate I am to play something new. Is that just jumping into this old game, Dragon's Prophet? That's very interesting. Lots of quests. So the combos are left, left, left. So they're pretty much just hold down the left key. Basic 3. It looks like a 3 swing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. But if you go left and then right, she does that. And if you go left, right, right, she does that three strike combo. And if you go just right, she'll do that. And then of course, just hit the shift key to do your dodge roll. Not the most, and then you can get fatigued. And then of course you've got double jump, which actually double jump is almost a better way to avoid hacks than dodging. But dodging works pretty good too. Although you can't dodge backwards or forwards, so that's interesting. Let's see what kind of climbing we can do. Okay. So far, so good. Oops, whoops, whoops. Yes, so cool. So good, looks like we can do some climbing, which is cool. Always fun. Lots of quests. Nice mini-map. I mean, it's great that they allow you to resize the mini-map. See this? But it's like the only thing you can resize. I'm trying different ways to manipulate. Let's see, maybe there's an add-ons for this game or something? Let's see, Dragon's Prophet. Everything in neighbor resolution. I still get some really crawly, icky jag. I don't have any of that issue. If you press K, it will bring up skills. But no. No, this isn't really. If you guys haven't watched The Sandman on Netflix, it's actually pretty good. Let's try a different approach. How to do not in, I'm not sure what that is. Wow, there's a video on Dragon's Prophet in 2021. So unfortunately not finding much for resizing the UI. I wanted to get into the hunter real quick because my hunter actually has a mount. Actually, it's not a hunter; it's a ranger. Ugh. Yeah, but it's interesting. Like you play a game like this, which this is a very old game. But even just coming to an old game like this, it's so new, and I know so little about the game, and I really had not played this game that much, even back. But look at how beautiful this area. I mean, and I absolutely love how they say Nork Lothforce. I love how they roll out the text for the zones. It's just so cool. You can see this is where this character race, I guess, starts, and it's quite pretty actually. Oh, it's like weird. Seize capture 0. Hey Igor, this is Dragon's Prophet. It's an old game. I think it came out in like 2000. I don't know, 2012 maybe. Oh shit, I didn't really want to hit this guy. Translocation. This is Capture Dragon. This is the range of loops backwards. I guess that's fine. How do I pull out my dragon? I don't even know. Do I have to maybe drag it out here? Okay, so here's my dragon. So I don't think this is a flying dragon. I think this is just one that fights. Yeah, that's kind of glitchy. Oh shit. It's attacking me. Okay. I think these are the dungeons. These portals here. I believe. This is the Consus Cave. Okay. Okay, it's a select dungeon difficulty. Let's enter. Ooh, let's enter the dungeon.
I'm busy. May you never fall.
I feel like a freaking Jedi or something. It sounds like the sound from like a like a speeder gun or something. Do 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 do. Shit, spider. Ah! Oh no, not good. Oh, I see what's going on. So this was my normal shot. This must be left and right click. That's what these must be. These must be like left, right click. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Ow. Yeah, because in the attempt more in networks. Hold on a second. You didn't have server megaphone. Oh, what? So apparently I had a megaphone in the other character. I guess only people with the server megaphone can talk in the world chat. Whoops. Oh, look, I'm stuck. I'm totally stuck. It's okay, though, because you know why? Character. Oh, wait, no. I got unstuck. Okay, never mind. Anyways, this is Dragon's Prophet. I mean, you can certainly go to the website to check it out. I think I put the link already in the stream chat, but let me see if I can find it again really quick. Where was it? So if you go to this website, I'll put the link again in the chat. You go to adeptgamer.com, you can actually play this game. This is an old MMO. I don't remember what year it came out in, but you can basically tame dragons and you can actually ride them around and stuff. It's a pretty cool game. You know, it's old, so the enemy AI is not very good. And I don't really know the whole purpose. I haven't played the game that much, but it's definitely a fun game. Music's pretty decent. The combat's pretty fluid. It's the jumping and stuff's a little jerky, but not bad. Anyways, guys, I'm probably gonna log off here and get some sleep because I got to work tomorrow. I hope you guys have a good one. But yeah, probably like I said, I'm getting a little bit. You know, I always get burnt. I always get to go through these phases where I get burned out of World of Warcraft, and I'm hitting one of those phases where I'm burned out. It happens to me all the time. I play WoW so much, you know. We've got Wrath of the Lich King coming out literally, I think, tomorrow. So you're going to be seeing me play Wrath of the Lich King, fresh server, fresh start. I've got to figure out what class. I was thinking about playing a Shadow Priest, but I'm not 100% sure yet, so I got to figure out what class I'm going to play. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a good one. I will catch you next time, man. Peace out.